So I don't think they were expecting this. We just had the meeting about the Mangrove area in Dania Beach. They want to build that warehouse, that whole thing. And they were probably expecting, boilerplate language, a few comments, a few questions, but instead, Dean was there, Kim was there, Philomena, a bunch of people just in, wild Florida kind of, conservation, being aware of what's going on. And several people, Missy was also there, and many people of the public, and also the mayor and one of the commissioners, maybe a couple, got to sit in and they got to hear that we presented concerns about the importance of having mangroves here. It's the largest continuous area in that spot, and you can't just assume that because you saw a few animals that weren't endangered or threatened that they don't ever frequent that area, that it's the impact of dumping a bunch of dirt and filling material onto the mangroves that you want to build on is going to be disastrous. The idea that you have a little bit of a conservation easement there and you're going to use some mitigation credits doesn't really solve much. And this is the question that I asked when we started speaking.
Not by me, but...
Gotcha. Yeah, my name's Sergey Kelly with Florida Keepers, and been to this area a lot, that kind of connected mangrove area between and Cole, that whole Dania Beach area. It's a really cool area. I guess just wondering what professional or governmental, opposition have you faced with this project on the environmental and conservation side?
Well, I'll speak to the environmentally sensitive land map. That is a map series.
And so this is one of the responses that he actually gave to a lot of people. And I think it's his best effort. But again, it's a lot of the kind of the rebuttal by, I'll have the screenshot of the Zoom chat here. But a lot of it was just, well, we have the permits, we're doing the process. So that should be enough to be right about this issue. But what we were all saying is, at the one hand, the developer is doing all they can with the policies and procedures that exist, which are not fully adequate, and then we get this really messy situation where we're saying what should be on the book should be there enough to protect this area, but it's not, and then they're there with their interest of building here. And hopefully, we tried to really have a lot of comments where it's like, all right, we get, you want to have a project. That's not the problem. There's tons of warehouses that are vacant or for sale. What if what if that was used instead? This land was kept for mangroves. You could even sell that land to Broward County, which owns the rest of the mangrove areas there. Give, hopefully, a tax break or conservation easement, a good, tax incentive there. You buy another property where you don't have to spend all this money on this permit stuff, on this assessing,